talk about Hobbs Heirloom Fusible Batting.
That's correct. So the Hobbs Heirloom Fusible Batting is an 80-20 blend.
Yes, it is.
Which a lot of you are very familiar with. So it's 80% cotton, 20% polyester. But the fusible side of it is that it has a thin layer on both sides of a kind of like a tacky heat-activated glue.
Yeah.
So which does wash out once you wash the quilt, but it kind of allows you to do that domestic quilting or hand quilting a lot easier because it just kind of sticks the whole quilt sandwich together instead of it moving around.
Yeah, and some of you might have used like the basting spray, the fusible spray, the things in the past to kind of hold that fabric together, especially on domestic machines, and we're going to show you that today. But how that all, it's a sandwich basically, right?
For sure.
You're putting that in there, holding that sandwich together, keeping that fabric together, but like Corey said, it washes out.
Yeah, and it just holds together a lot easier from a quilting, sit-down quilting kind of thing.
Yeah.
Before we get started, make sure you subscribe to our channel. It's right down there at the bottom right-hand corner.
Yep.
After you click on that subscribe button, make sure you click on the little bell that appears so you can get notified whenever we post new videos.
Yep.
And as always, give this video a big thumbs up.
So with the Heirloom Fusible Batting, you don't want to pre-wash it.
Oh yeah, no, we don't want to pre-wash that because the glue that is on the batting that you're using whenever you're pressing your iron down between the sandwich is, it goes away with water. So if you pre-wash the batting, there goes the glue.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Which is how it goes away when you wash your quilt when you're done.
Right.
Right? So it is 1/8 of an inch thick, right?
Mm-hmm.
It does have a 3 to 5% shrinkage, just so you have that knowledge. The maximum distance between the stitching should be no more than 4 inches, right? So you can actually, it's okay on dark fabrics. They say kind of pre-test it if you're going to use it on a light fabric, but it's recommended for everything.
Yeah, for sure. Sorry, I'm going through my checklist in my head to make sure. Yes.
So Corey, let's show them how they can actually put it together, how to use it with the iron.
Okay.
We want to make sure your iron is in cotton setting. Let's do it.
All right, let's go. Okay, so over at the ironing board, Diana's over here with the iron and the quilt sandwich. So with this fusible batting, the first thing that we want to do is make sure that we have the backing down on a smooth surface like an ironing board, and we're going to push out any of those wrinkles. And then we can lay down the fusible batting, and like we said, there's not a right or wrong side. Both of the sides have the glue on it, so you don't have to worry there. But it's laying that out, and sometimes when it comes right out of the package, it can be a little stuck together, obviously, so make sure you just kind of pull those wrinkles out and keep them apart. And now what she's going to do here is lay down the quilt top on the batting and smooth out any wrinkles in that as well. And the iron is going to be set on the cotton setting. And she's going to be it's very important that we are pressing, not ironing. So you're going to press for 5 to 7 seconds in each section as you move through. And after you do that first couple of presses, make sure that you kind of pull the fabric to make sure that it has adhered properly. If it has not, make sure that you try again.
Yeah, it adhered when I pulled it up, so that's good.
So we're going to press it down for 5 to 7 seconds in each of those sections. So what we're doing here, as you can see, is Diana's working on a full quilt sandwich. However, if you decide that you only want to press and fuse one side of the batting to the fabric, there's not a problem there. You can place a piece of parchment paper on your ironing surface, so that'd be underneath the batting, and the batting won't stick to that surface because that parchment paper is there, and that other side will still remain fusible, so you can always fuse it at a later date if you would like. So after you've done the top side, you can flip it over, and now we're going to fuse this other side just to make sure that we have a nice, strong, adhered piece of batting with our fabrics here. Diana's just going to smooth out any wrinkles. If there are any that populate, she can always lift up the fabric and fix them from there before she starts to fuse it again. This batting is actually very forgivable, so it can help you with those. If you have any issues with wrinkles, you can kind of just peel the fabric back and then go from there. So that 5 to 7 second press, not iron.
I'm so used to wanting to try to iron, you know?
I know. I see you kind of got carried away there. It's press. So you're going to be pressing in that for that 5 to 7 seconds across the quilt. And you're going to do this all the way down your project. Okay, so we're back over here at our table. We've already done the pressing across our whole project here. And as you can see, it keeps this quilt top from shifting. Now, if you need to lift it up and make any adjustments, you can. You'll hear a little bit of a peel to it. but it is adhering to that. And once you make those adjustments, you can go back in with your iron and do that 5 to 7 seconds just to lock it down. But what this gives you the ability to do is it keeps it nice and flat so you can work with that sit-down machine if you were wanting to do any of that quilting. But it also, using this fusible, is in lieu of using those safety pins that we were used to using to keep everything together. Keeps it nice and taut. So Diana, what did you think? I thought that was actually pretty easy.
Yeah, it actually was.
Yeah. So using that fusible batting, it just allows everything to stay really nice and flat.
Yes.
I have not done a ton of domestic machine quilting because I'm fortunate enough to have a long arm. But I know that when I've seen it done using pins or certain types of basting sprays, sometimes all that just kind of gets puckered
Yeah,
in
it
when you're
does.
stitching around.
I've seen that too.
And having this, I can already tell, and you'll also see in a future video, us stitching this domestically, that it just stays nice and flat. I don't see anything puckering up. I mean, and I'm moving my hand across it, and it's just staying nice and flat. For more information on Hobbs products, you can visit our website, www.longarmsupplies.net.
And the actual link will be in the description as well.
Awesome. And then for all of Hobbs Bonded Fibers products, you can visit them on hobbsbatting.com.
Well, thanks for joining us today. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel to see the other videos, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.